Okay, here in this video, this is the type of thing that just eats me alive, okay? It really does. It eats me up on the inside every time I see this type of stuff happen, okay? Going through life, myself, I know what it's like, okay? I know how people don't want to be treated themselves, and I know how these people that treat people this way don't want to be treated themselves that way, but they sure have no problems doing it on somebody else because they get their sick fucking little power trip in their head off of it, which is very sick, okay? Because when you think about it, when you don't want something done onto you, but you want to practice what you don't want done onto you onto somebody else, when you get yourself killed, that's why you're dead. That's why it happened. Okay, now, this right here, this behavior that people have from the time you grow up because of social conditioning and because of wanting to be better than somebody else, or because, let's see, you looked at them, that's right, or they didn't fit into your groupthink, right? That's right, they wasn't a sheep, they wouldn't fit into your groupthink. So you was mad at them because they didn't think like you, or because you think you control them. No, you don't. And when you're a kid going to school, it's even worse, because when you're a kid going to school, this is when they all group up together and they pick out the ones that they want to call undesirable, right? Ones that you want to deem out, the ones that you want to push out, and this is when it all starts. And if they kill themselves, the first thing anybody says about anybody kills themselves is they were weak. No, they wasn't weak, they were a human being. No, they wasn't weak. They were a human being. If what's done onto them is done onto you on a regular basis, you'd find out what the fuck you're talking about. As you was flipping out, pissed off, and wanted this shit to stop, and couldn't believe somebody dared to treat you that way, but there you are practicing onto somebody else. You allow your kids to do this in school, and you people push it off as, oh, don't worry, they'll outgrow it. No, they don't. It's never outgrowing. You allowed it to happen. It's not going to be outgrowing. When the kid grows up, the kid's going to be an adult bully now. That's right. It'll be an adult bully now, playing adult games with people's heads, purposely hurting people because they feel big doing it. It'll never change. Why won't it change? Because they have never grown up. That's right, because they've never grown up. You're not an adult. You're a fucking child. You haven't grown up. I don't care if you're 40 years old. That don't make you an adult. Your age don't make you an adult. See, being an adult has responsibilities. Being an adult has care. The ability to care for other people. Being an adult means you don't have to push your belief system onto somebody else. Being an adult means when your children are in school and there's children over here bullying on somebody, that the adults corral the children. And the parents teach their kids not to bully. And if their kids choose to bully, the parent bullies the child, so the child don't do it no more. This way, the child don't grow up with this type of thought frame. Okay? But this is what we see going on. Okay? So here's the case where another boy's dead, that's right, pushed out, stereotyped out, ridiculed, picked on, bullied, had to go to school every day, and look forward to the same kids beating on him, bullying him, getting by with it because the school turns a blind eye. And if something's said to school, just push it off, or they'll blame it on both, or, they won't look into it, no. It's sort of like the media. They paint one side of the story, when it happened again, and the domestic abuse. It's always one-sided, but it takes two people to fight. There's three sides to every fucking story. There's his side, there's her side, or there's his side and his side, and then there's the truth. And why do I say and then there's the truth? Because either both sides lie, then you don't get the truth. See, but of course, we're in a world where everybody thinks lying's acceptable. You allow your politicians to lie around office, said it was normal for them to be a liar. Then you got mad when they didn't do what they said they were going to do because they were lying to you, and you had no reason to be mad to them because you're the one that allowed them to be there when you knew they were a liar. So why are you mad? It's what you wanted. This is where this comes from, and treating other people the way you want to be treated yourself is not a hard theory. It's not hard to figure out, okay? But as long as you want to continue to attack people like myself, I don't care, because you know where I get my fight from? You really know where I get my fight from? From stories like this. And from what I've experienced in my life. And from stories like this happening again. The only thing this does is make me angry. It makes me want to fight all the harder. And you can make me angry because I just keep fighting and fighting and fighting, because that's just the way it is, see? When you make me angry and you see all the stuff that's going on around me, which makes me angry, and I see how people treat each other, I'm going to fight. And I'm going to fight for everybody. Why? Because this is childish behavior all the way. And we, the supposed adults in this world, can't even corral your own damn kids, can you? Can't even teach your kids fucking how to respect and care for other people and treat one the way they want to be treated themselves. No! You gotta fucking let your kids run wild, let them do whatever they want, or tell them it's okay if they're bullied because now they're tough and they fit in. Fit into what? You mean you ain't got the ability to think outside the box and have your own brain? You mean you can't be an individual human being and have your own brain? Ah, your brain's got to be controlled by somebody else's brain, don't it? Robot. Pathetic. Anyhow, in the comments and opinions, watch this news story, and this is why I side with Jada's challenge. Little Jada, I totally understand him. Okay? And this is also where I get my fight from. One of the major places I get my fight from is right here. So, anyhow, think about what the fuck you're doing to other people. Treat one the way you want to be treated yourselves. And start teaching your kid how to care and how not to bully and how to treat one the way they want to be treated themselves. And that goes to every parent out there, and I don't care what gender it is. And stop teaching sexual division in school by saying boys don't hit girls. Stop using the gender role, the gender card, to keep the division. And start teaching nobody hits nobody. Think about it. Watch this news report. If you comments, opinions, next video, you'll have a good one.
Oversized pictures of 15-year-old Kiefer Allan filled the altar at Grace Family Church in Lutz. Friends and family filed in for tonight's memorial service. Allan shot and killed himself last week. His grandma says bullies pushed him over the edge.
I'm very angry right now. This is the result of bullying. And my grandson was very brave. He got up and went to school every day, knowing what he was going to have to face.
Allan was a freshman at Sunlake High School in Land O'Lakes. His friend, Persach, says he witnessed the bullying.
But like the big thing that drove him over the edge was Thursday on the bus. One kid pinned his arms against the window, and then another kid came over and kind of like started tickling him in like a creepy fashion. And then you could just see the disgust on his face as he was getting off the bus that day and when he went home.
Persach says he helped stop the bullying on the school bus that day.
I grabbed the kid holding his against the window and pushed his arm against the seat. Then the bus stopped, and then we all got off. But on the way home, they were saying they were going to rape him. I'm not sure if they were like joking or they were saying it seriously.
That night, Allan shot himself outside his apartment complex.
It went on for quite a while, and he took it for as long as he could take it. He didn't tell his mother, his sister, or anybody.
I think that people should know that bullying really hurts kids, and that if you're doing it, you should stop because you see how far it can go.
The Pasco County Sheriff's Office confirms they have an open investigation into the alleged bullying incident. Because of that, they can't release any information. In Lutz, Josh Rojas, Bay News.